Hi, I'm Luke with Survival U, and today we're going to be building one of these Tinder containers. So what are we going to need for our Tinder containers? We'll need 2 of these storm-proof match containers. We use these because there's a little rubber seal inside of there that's going to prevent any moisture from getting in there and spoiling our tinder. The other thing we're going to need is about 5 feet of brightly colored duct tape, and we're using royal blue because it's a color that you're not really going to find in nature and it's going to be very visible. Now the reason we're using 5 feet of it is because this is going to be a really easy way to store a bunch of duct tape, and we all know that duct tape is a very, very useful resource in any situation. So aside from that, we're going to need our tinder, which is just some cotton balls and Vaseline, and we're also going to need a 1 foot long little rope or small cordage like this, and that's going to let us pull out our cotton balls like so. So let's get into the build. So to get started, we're going to take our 2 match containers and we're just going to put them kind of like this, the open ends opposed from each other, and then we're going to take some of our blue duct tape and we're just going to get that started on one of them kind of like this, and then take our other one, get that right like that, and then we're going to wrap the rest of the 5 feet of duct tape just kind of around that way. Make sure it's nice and tight so it's nice and smooth and takes up as little space as possible. The other thing you really want to make sure you don't do is stick the duct tape to itself, because it's going to be really, really hard to get unstuck from itself. So the biggest thing that I was really careful with was keeping it straight and spooled evenly all the way around, just to make sure that there's no loose ends sticking out and getting other stuff from your backpack stuck to it and making the tape not sticky anymore. There is all 5 feet of duct tape on here, and you can see it really just doesn't take up too much space. So the next thing we're going to do for our tinder container is we're going to take our cordage here and we're just going to tie a square knot in it to make a nice loop to be able to pull out our cotton balls and Vaseline. So we just tie up that square knot like so. Super, super easy. And you want to make sure that your cordage is about 1 foot long in total, just to make sure that you have enough to be able to make a loop big enough to pull out your cotton balls. Now the last step is we're going to load our tinder container. The first thing you're going to want to do is take your loop and you're just going to put it in there with a little bit extra to the side, just to make sure that the loop stays on the bottom of the cotton balls, which will help you pull them out and not have to get your fingers as messy. So the next thing we're going to do is take our cotton balls soaked with Vaseline. We have a video of how to make these that we're going to attach at the end so that you don't have to go and find it, but I highly recommend using these. They're the best tinder source I know. So then you're just going to pack those in there. This container can fit about 4 of them. And you just want to pack them in, make sure that your loop is still accessible. And that last one in there. And voila. So now, putting a cap on it, this is ready to go in your pack for your next adventure. So we have all the links for all of these products that we used in this video in the description below. Be sure to leave a comment to let us know how we did and any questions or comments that you have. And we'll see you next time on Survival U.